Okay, it is the awkward game. It is the 3 a.m. game, and I am in I had a bit of a heap. So it's going to be up to you guys and this game and those Indiana Fever to keep me awake today. It's more important than ever that this is an exciting game to keep me awake. Because it is 3 a.m. right now. I am currently not in any state or mood to do anything other than watch Caitlin Clark hoop. And watch some ball in hoop from Caitlin Clark. Did Connecticut lose today? No, Minnesota won. Who's going to win? Indiana. By like 15. The Sparks are fucking dog shit. In the last 3 games the Sparks have played, they have given up 125 points, 111 to the Fever without Caitlin Clark, and lost by 20 to Seattle. Don Staley's probably pissed that Aaliyah's not playing. She's not going to Phoenix to watch her tomorrow. Get angry, make maybe. Depends on how this game goes. Really depends on how this game goes. The new shoes do look nice. I'll always give credit where credit's due. Those shoes are nice. Like, they are... There's no way it should have taken however many years, but it is a nice shoe. I can capture my game clock. No, because ironically, if you guys don't know the scoreboard, the TV scoreboard is how is the copyright detector. So if you have the scoreboard there, you're fucked. You're fucked. That's like the main way to detect copyright. And I wish I could put my scoreboard there on the screen. And my game clock, but I need to figure out a way of doing it. I need to figure out a way of I need to get on to the people that are... Well, it's a lot easier in soccer because you just hit start on the timer and you just add 1 goal for 1-0. It's a lot easier to do that in for soccer watch-alongs. I need to get on to some people that are doing basketball watch-alongs to see if you can stop this, because I'm assuming it happens to everybody. So yeah, so Lexi starting, my Shine's Allen as expected starting center. It's 3 a.m. I can sleep. No, I can't. Sleeping is Argentina win the World Cup. Unlikely. They were 2-0 down against Egypt in the 85th minute. It is unlikely. Sophie's out too? Fuck! Fuck, Sophie's out too. And yeah, I'm not supposed to take caffeine, but I think I need to stay up. So yeah, I somehow may, all of my long list of health issues. I have my really long list of health issues. There's a very good chance I have to fucking add Crohn's disease to my long list of health issues. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my body. I actually don't know what is wrong with my body. It's actually getting concerning. It is genuinely concerning that everything that can be wrong with me seems to be wrong with me. Do you reckon we get the 50 likes by tip-off? Or not by tip-off. Oh, Caitlin nearly fumbles it. Caitlin puts for 3. Brick. Okay. Caitlin drives in. Someone's open. Oh, wow. Good steal, Mo Billings. Good pass, Caitlin. Okay. A lot of Caitlin touches. A lot of Caitlin touches early. Hackathon. No, this Sparks team don't play no defense. They don't get near enough to somebody to foul them. Good job, MHA. Okay, Mo Billings on the break. Tragic Johnson right there. MHA to Kelsey Mitchell, who puts up the 3. All right, how far am I behind? Okay, Hamby just scored. I am like 18 seconds behind. They get inbound quickly. Caitlin Clark is being guarded by... You're being guarded by Erica Wheeler. Come on, Caitlin. Yeah. Keep going for those post fades. Keep going for that. Why not? Kelsey Mitchell, one dribble. Boom. Good job. Said Martin will be on Caitlin Clark. Kate Martin's done a good job on Caitlin Clark anytime she's matched up against her. She just has. Here we get the 50 likes here by the end of next time the ball goes out of bounds. Ball still in bounds. We need 14 likes. Caitlin to Maisha Hines-Allen to Lexi Hull, wide open in the corner. Brickety brick. Wheeler goes and ISOs on. Why is Lexi Hull leaving their one shooter? They got one shooter and Lexi Hull's like, yeah, I'm not going to guard her. I'm not going to guard the one shooter they have. Oh, Caitlin playing some volleyball. Erica Wheeler can't guard her. Okay, good refusal to screen, I guess. Yeah, we let Erica Hamby shoot threes. Oh, good pass, Caitlin. Oh, good pass, Caitlin. Good job. She got a FIBA assist there. Caitlin, 1 of 3. 1 of 3. Stepped away for a minute to miss the start of the game. Yeah, they started the game relatively close to being on time today. Normally national TV games. No one has ever called the cops when Caitlin Clark gets too smalled. When somebody posts up Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark falls back. Caitlin Clark literally just posted somebody up. If you don't understand the difference between posting up and jumping on her and put a fist to her neck, you don't get ball. Oh, good hand, Caitlin. She pulled an easy footer right there. Kelsey Mitchell, brick from mid. Oh, Alvarado! And dribbles it out and shoot. Fair play, Kelsey. Fair play. You earned that. You earned that. Caitlin's going to play 25 minutes today. Less if they win this game comfortably. And Caitlin's probably coming out of the game in the next minute or two. Yeah, Caitlin just came out of the game. First game that matched mixed screen. What? So Ty Harris in the game here. KK Timpson in the game. Oh, Lexi, that's a layup. That's a layup, Lexi. Why are the records so far off? What do you mean, why are the records so far off? What do you mean by that? Neko Umake making the All-Star team was based on reputation. She should not have been an All-Star this year. Mitchell's so selfish. Yeah, but she's good enough at basketball to be selfish. Like, argue all you want, but she's... Like, she's good enough to be selfish. Like, she's a professional scorer, like. Okay, I'm liking what Ty Harris is given. Why the win-loss... Oh, I have no idea why the win-loss record is so far off. Did they just give up a layup for Neko Umake? What is it? It's 11 and 8 and 8 and 11. 12 and 8 and 8 and 11. I don't know why they're so far off, but this app is the best to use for this. This website's the best one being used. Did a female not practice shooting in the paint amongst the crowd? Evidently not. Definitely not. Lads, it's 2:28 you guys in here. We think we can get to 100 likes. 100 likes by the time Caitlin Clark checks back in the game. 5 minutes, 18 seconds. Are the commentators just lying about Diarca Hamby, who's been completely dog shit? Did the Aces just grab Tania Latson? Not that I know of. They took Justine Passat. Did the Aces get Tania Latson as well? Teams actually just don't guard Raven Johnson. Oh, Raven, you gotta make layups. Wow, the Aces signed Latson. Okay. I like that. I really like that signing for Vegas, I guess. On a dev contract? On a dev contract, cool. So basically she's playing the next 12 games. Yeah. Someone's out for 2 weeks with a bad back, get warmed up, put them on the bench for 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm confused with some of those things. I'm very, very confused. With a lot of things that the Fever do. I love how the Fever just don't have just said, nah, we're just not even going to sign anyone to a dev contract. We're happy with Dantas as our de facto dev player. Just got home. Why was Caitlin benched? Because she's on a minutes restriction, I guess. 30. You can be a 30-year-old dev player if you haven't played a certain amount of years. I think they would. If you could have a 34-year-old on a dev contract, they would have Demir's Dantas on a dev contract. I think they just rather have Demir's Dantas there. They don't want 12 players, which is hilarious. Like, obviously, you can't have... Their logic is, you can't have a 12-man rotation in the playoffs. So, therefore, or even in a regular season game. So, therefore, we're not going to just have 12 players. Sophie Cunningham getting hurt in the warm-up is the most Fever thing imaginable. Like... Like, there's no way you're playing after having back spasms. Maybe she plays tomorrow, but there's no way she's playing today. But, like, they also... Did they call up Bree? Please tell me they at least called up Bree Hall. But, like, you're subbing her out on a minutes restriction, but she's on the fucking bike. She's on the bike trying to stay warm. Good take, Kelsey. You want her in the fourth quarter without foul trouble. This is the LA Sparks. Are you shitting me? No one's getting in foul trouble tonight. No one's getting in foul trouble against the Sparks. The Sparks. They have been the most embarrassing team in the WNBA the last few. Like, Sophie's not even on the bench. There's no way she's playing. Is Bria? Please tell me Bria Hall's at least there. Please tell me Bria Hall's there. Because, like, Bria Hall's going to have to play. Bria Hall's there. Okay, cool. Ty Harris is playing really well. Like, she's been actually very good as a backup. This is the Ty Harris we kind of expected to see when we signed Ty Harris. Ray Burrell's so shit at basketball. Where's Sophie? Or back spasms? There's no way she's playing this game. Back spasms are not fun. I remember, I think I was maybe like 14 or 15 when I had constant, like 24 hours of constant back spasms. I didn't know what was happening. Lay down on a heart. Like, Ty Harris is just one-man show right now. Nneka Nwumeke is a 2026 Nneka Nwumeke is a fraud. Foul. That's clearly a foul. Oh no! Oh no! Look who's coming in! Oh no! Which means Caitlin's coming back in soon because Damiris Danis is not allowed to play without Caitlin Clark. Oh no! Oh, Sophie's back. She does not look comfortable. Holy shit. Lead legs is probably the most accurate name for her. That's all I can say is, which means Caitlin's probably coming in now. Which means Caitlin's coming in. It's actually a thing. Damiris Danis is not allowed to be on the floor without Caitlin Clark. What was it? Was it the Mystics game? Was it the Mystics game where it was like Caitlin was like +8 in her, and then she was like +16 in her non-Dantas minutes. There was one of those games where it was like Caitlin was like plus big, but she was -10 or something with Dantas on the floor. Yeah. Ty Harris is hooping. Why does she have 7 here? 7, yeah. Every bench point. Wait, they still have Caitlin Clark with the 3 minutes as well. Why did they challenge an offensive foul in the first quarter on KK Timpson? Is there something wrong with you, Stephanie White? Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me, Steph? And now we got bad back Sophie coming in. Yeah, Caitlin's on the bench. Is that Aaliyah with a coach? Oh. You are a dumbass, Stephanie. You are a fucking dumbass. Like, just wasted a challenge on an obvious offensive foul. in the first quarter. Oh my god. I hate her so much. Like, I'm not going conspiracy. Like, she's just kind of annoying. Sophie looks very weird playing without the t-shirt, doesn't she? Sophie looks it looks very odd seeing Sophie play without the sleeves, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't look like Sophie Cunningham. It looks like Lexi Hull, like. Oh, they're making a great sub. They're subbing Ji-Yoon Park. Good job, KK. KK's played well here. Sparks are so bad. They're so bad, it is hilarious. I love how everyone's talking about the duo of like Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. But I'm like, they're not going to play many minutes together today. Like, they're probably going to play about 10 minutes together. Okay, so Caitlin's back in the game here. No Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, of course, Caitlin's in the game with fucking Dantas. That's the fastest I've ever seen Dantas run down the floor. Ray Burrell's so bad at the sport of basketball. Oh my, Damiris Dantas running down the floor in super slow motion, and Ray Burrell gives up a layup. Ray Burrell's so bad. I feel bad for Ray Burrell. She just stinks at basketball. She just really stinks at basketball. Why are you fouling Ray Burrell, Dantas? Why? Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell. Why are you fouling Ray Burrell? There is no need. There is absolutely no need to do that. You are fouling Ray Burrell right now. Do we let Kiana Williams score on us? That is very, very annoying. Okay, Caitlin's just got to hit one. Just hit one. Hit one. First game back. Dearica Hamby also kind of sucks. I have called her the biggest myth in the league. I was about to say good defense, Lexi. Oh, great pass. Oh, unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. I keep thinking that's Lexi. I wish Damiris Dantas did anything. Oh, not Elisa Peely. Just, oh, Caitlin, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, Caitlin? You just passed the ball to Park. Oh my god. Are they about to sub Caitlin out of this game again? Like, they have Ji-Yoon Park and Elisa Peely on the floor. Please, just Caitlin, go cook them, please. Just put them in a pick and roll. Put them in a pick and roll, Caitlin, please. Caitlin's defense, look, Caitlin's not going to be able to guard Elisa Peely in the post. She's given up 100 pounds minimum there. She's given up minimum 100 pounds. Ooh, Caitlin's could have just cut to the basket there. That's a travel. Raven, fuck me, man. Oh my God. I'm okay with this. Let's win the game. Fever are not playing well here. Neither is Caitlin in quarter one, but it's her first quarter back. Like, Danta stinks. Like, can we just be very clear? Danta stinks. Danta legitimately stinks. Like, I don't care how bad. There is no way. There is no way Passat can possibly be as bad as Dantas. Did Caitlin get past halfway line there? How was that an offensive foul? How is that? There's literally just hands. Thing fucking puts her hands on Caitlin. We are so lucky the Sparks are shit. Oh my God. The Fever are horrendous. They are horrendous. And that includes Caitlin, who has been shit. You give her a pass because this is her first game back, but she has been dog shit in this first quarter. She was good in the first 3 minutes, I guess. To be fair, being on with a lineup of Sophie Cunningham, Dantas, and KK, you're kind of fucked. You're kind of fucked in that scenario. Like, that's not a lineup. Like, what's Damaris Dantas' plus minus here? Only -1, shit. What's Caitlin's minus? +2. Since when does Caitlin have 2 turnovers? What was the first turnover? What was Caitlin's first turnover? Yeah, I mean, there are absolutely... there are justifications why Caitlin's bad. I'm not saying there's not very good reasons for her being bad. I'm pointing out the fact that she's been bad today. There are plenty of reasons. Oh, the pass under the hoop to KK. Yeah, you're right. That was a good pass. That looked like a good pass, though. So both of them, she passed it to Geon Park. Man, this is so bad. She's so bad. Like... Thank you so much, Kevin, for the $3, $4. We appreciate it. JD Ford, what's our prediction for CC tonight? Probably 4 quarters similar to that. So, 16 and 8. 16 and 8 kind of makes sense. That seems like a reasonable number for Caitlin. Caitlin Clark passed the ball to the other team under her own basket. Like... $16, 8, 8 and 4. 8 steals? She doesn't have 2 steals. She has 1 steal. Yeah. What's love affair with Dantas? I don't know. Should be pulled at 3 minutes. Well, yeah, she's going to be pulled at 3 minutes. Is she on the floor now? Yeah. Okay, at least the starters are in here. You're on Emma Cannon. You're okay. Good defense, Lexi. Oh, my shines out in there with the block. They are face guarding Caitlin and they're just letting Kelsey Mitchell catch the ball. Like, they're actually... You're pissed about Dantas over Passat. I think everyone is. Good job, Maisha. I don't care. Passat could literally be a hologram of a player and it's 5v4 out there. And she might still be better than Damaris Dantas. Like, going 5v4 might be better than Dantas. Come on. Caitlin does always struggle on Erica Wheeler, though. She did last year as well. Caitlin, stop giving the ball to Gion Park! You've passed the ball to Gion Park 3 times. This is 5-on-4, Caitlin. Do something good here. She's scared to pass. She's scared to throw that pass to Lexi. Oh my god, she nearly turned it over again. Make the fucking layup, Lexi! Oh my god. Find a way to get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell, please. Please. It's not your night, Caitlin. Just get it to Kelsey and then get one bucket in. Figure it out. Oh, now she's subbed off. She play 6 minutes? 7. Billings stole a rebound. It's the team rebound. As long it literally doesn't matter. I mean, they're +0 when Caitlin's off the floor, so it's not like she's been harming the team. It's not good. It's not good, Mo Billings. It's not good. 700k a year. Oh, she makes 850k next year. She makes 850k next year. I cannot stress that enough. She makes $850,000 redos next year. Ten players saw the floor in the first quarter. Yeah, I'm one of... Are you sure it's 10? Not... Oh, yeah, Sophie got in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is that 4 or 5 moving screens that people have been called for? Like, thank God the Sparks are terrible. Thank God they're terrible. Sophie looks better with no sleeves. That is Lexi Hull that's on the floor right now. That is Lexi Hull on the floor right now. At least Caitlin's on the bike, I guess. Okay, Kelsey Mitchell is just like, fuck this, I'm going to go ISO ball. Bricks, Lexi Hull with the layup. Good job. And one? No, and one? Good job, Lexi. Finally, Lexi did something here. And Erica Wheeler bricks a layup. She's making 700k or 650k as an old player to miss a layup. Like, that's one of the worst contracts in the league. KK looked like she fouled Cannon there. Oh no, Lexi just flops. It's not an one. If the Fever lose, they should trade Caitlin. Like, the Indiana Fever should consider it anyway, just based on their current way their roster is constructed. Their roster is constructed really badly, and the quickest way to fix it is by trading Caitlin Clark and just getting all your assets back that you fucked. Oh, wow. Ray Burrell with a nice layup there. Okay, Lexi, good shot. Good shot. That's what you want to see from Lexi Hull. Like, Elisa Peely's on the floor right now. If we lose to a team that has Elisa Peely in their rotation, I think they'll never trade the cash cow. But, like, you do realize that they don't make that much money from Caitlin, right? Like, they make gate rev. All the jersey and merch sales get split amongst the entire league. Like, they could sell 1 million jerseys and they'll get the same cut as the Phoenix Mercury. Like, the Fever have sold out one game this year. And it was the first game of the year. They've sold out one game this year. And it's not even like they're close to selling out. Like, they're in the 15, 14,000s. And, like, you're not breaking even selling 14,000 tickets on a game. For a game when you've got 17,000. Like, with how much it costs to run the stadium. I mean, Caitlin's has not played well. They become irrelevant. They were irrelevant for however many years. A generational talent can what? People don't watch Fever home games. Like, it's cheaper to watch a Fever home game than it is to, like, you could probably buy a Fever, not buy a Fever season ticket, but, like, you could probably go to 10 for the price of a 50-pack box in NBA 2K if you're a gambler there. For a price of a Big Mac, you can go to a game. She's been beaten down mentally and physically. No, she's coming back from injury and not playing well. What are we talking about? She's just back from injury and not playing well today. It happens. I'm more annoyed about Dantas than Caitlin not playing well. Like, Caitlin not playing well is fine. Fever should get Hayden. Hayden's probably late first, so they probably could get her. I don't know how Hayden projects as a pro, though. She's a pure inside, 6'5" big. I'm still shocked no one signed Stokey to a dev deal. I lost Stokey's game. The thrill is gone. I agree with that. Ticket sales, ad revenue, sponsorship. Like, you do realize that all those sponsorship and stuff comes with, views. Those are all long-term deals that are already set in place. Dantas is mega vibes player. Caitlin's now got the back brace on. If we lose to a team that is playing Elisa Peely in the rotation, I actually think the Fever should just give up. Good move by Neka. Fever make a trade at the deadline? Nope, they should. Try whatever way if you can get Benignity Hamilton. Don't give up your first for her. I think the Dallas Wings might give up the Aces first round pick for Benignity Hamilton. KK, make the layup, please. Please, KK. They haven't had a lead in this game. Like, this is the no Cameron Brink, no Kelsey Plum LA Sparks. This team stinks. This team absolutely stinks. Oh, thank God, Neka bricked the three there. I do like Ty Harris, though. I actually do. I have to say, I think Ty Harris has played really well. What the fuck is that, Kelsey? Ty, you better shoot. Why did you not shoot the ball? Oh my God. I don't know what Indiana are doing right now. I don't know what they're doing right now. Scenario's never victim of balling and low top shoes injury epidemic. As a man who always wears low tops, and the one day I decided to wear high tops, I snapped my Achilles. No, the shoes are not. They've done every test, and they're like, the shoes. Did they just dribble out the fucking shot clock? The Fever just dribbled out the shot clock. Scored 9 points in the last 6 minutes. Like, come on. Are they drunk? Maybe. Okay, good call, boy. Yeah, not going well. But like, they've done basically all the stats, and they're like, wearing low top shoes versus high top shoes is completely irrelevant. Is completely irrelevant to injuries. Not in the same intensity about Leah Boston. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. This has just been a bad team performance. I assume you sub Caitlin Long. She only played 7 minutes in the first half. You don't end the first half with her playing less minutes than Ty Harris, do you? If Caitlin doesn't play the rest of the half, she played less minutes than Taurasi in the first half. And you can't even use the plus minus. Taurasi is a minus. Is Caitlin a minus? No, Caitlin's plus 2. Taurasi is hooping though. She does have 7 points. Caitlin Clark's uncomfortable without Boston. I don't know. Possibly. Cue circus music. Oh, I thought you were saying they were playing circus music on the show. I'm like, I'm not. Dance at Kuduro is a good song. 70 really prefers Ty to Caitlin Clark. I get it. I don't. I mean, I get it. Have you ever coached basketball? Have you ever coached basketball? When you have a player that will do exactly what you say no matter what, versus a star player who will do exactly what they want to do no matter what, as a coach, you're going to prefer the player who does what you say rather than the player that does the opposite of what you say. Is that Caitlin in the game? Yeah. Grace Van Sloten in the game? Okay. How is it a foul on fucking MHA? She tried to stomp a post up and neck a foul. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Oh, no. I just saw 3 fouls in FHA. Dantas. Oh, no. Dantas and Grace Van Sloten. Okay. Good defense, MHA. It's going out, clearly. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, Maisha, grab the ball, please. I talked shit on Neka a bit too early. She's just being face guarded. They have no issue getting Kelsey Mitchell the ball. Caitlin's just being face guarded. Good pass. Unlucky Sophie. It's a good pass by Caitlin. Good shot by Sophie. Why is nobody guarding Neka? You're fucking shitting me. You are shitting me. What the fuck's going on? And Grace Van Sloten threw the ball to Diarca. Good defense, Grace. Oh, Maisha. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Oh my God. Oh my God. They didn't have a big lead here. What's the expected points? Fever up 10? Fucking shitting me. To be fair, the Fevers keep missing layups. Like, Like they've missed. They're playing 0 post defense. They missed at least 5 open layups. Like, they're playing 0 post defense, not shooting the 3. Wait, Mo Billings and MHA are... What the fuck is Dantas and Grace Van Sluten playing together for? Oh, Caitlin, you got to make that shot. You've got to make that shot. Great pass to the Sparks, Dantas. Shout out, Sophie. Caitlin can't shoot threes anymore. She's 0 of 2. She's 0 for 2. Kelsey, when was the last time Kelsey Mitchell touched the ball? What's the team foul situation? They are hacking her. In fairness, they are hacking Caitlin. I don't think anyone can argue otherwise. They are hacking her. Nobody's shooting well for Indiana. Sophie's missed 3 wide open threes. Like, as bad as Caitlin's been, Kelsey's been equally as bad. Like, I get it, Kelsey has 11 points. She's 3 of 10 from the field and played no defense. Why do Sparks look faster now? It is very concerning that the Fever are making the Sparks look good defensively. Okay, good job, Sophie. Oh my God. I don't remember Kelsey Mitchell having 11 points here. Stop throwing the ball to the other team, Dantas! What's the fuck is that, Dantas? Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Fuck me, Dantas. You cannot be worse at basketball than this. Like, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell just don't work together anymore. It is your turn, my turn. I don't... So Caitlin's going to play less minutes than Ty Harris today. I don't know what the Fever need to do. I actually don't know. Like... Oh my god. We're making Ray Burrell look good. We're that team that's going to make Ray Burrell look good. That one game a year where Ray Burrell looks like a star. What is Dandis's plus minus here? Only -2. Van Sluten's is -9. Caitlin -8. Jesus Christ. Good shot, Lexi. Good shot. Why? Oh no, that's 2 free throws. That's 2 free throws. Why are we making Ji-Yoon Park look like the best fucking role player in the league? Oh dear God, no. Why did Raven shoot the pull-up? Wait, did they give Caitlin Clark a turnover for a Dantas pass? Caitlin on 4. Yeah, they... Yeah, Caitlin Clark had given one of Dantas' turnovers. Yeah, I just saw that. Like, they're so used to Caitlin... For a Dantas post-entry pass. Raven for 3. Raven shoots a lot of threes. Got 7 points to the Sparks at halftime. We gave 7. 7 points. Like... If Caitlin just do what Kelsey Mitchell does, she'd have less turnover by passing us. Yeah, she'd also have less assists. Yeah, I don't think the Fever are going to win here. Like... The Fever look disorganized. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The problem is that Caitlin Clark has to play well for Caitlin Clark to be a positive for the team. And that's bad. Like, Caitlin Clark basically has to play well. Otherwise, she's a negative on this team. And that's an issue. That is genuinely an issue. Is that if Caitlin Clark's playing badly, she might as well not be on the floor. And that's the scary part about Caitlin in this system. Whereas even when Caitlin was playing badly in 2024, she was still impacting the game. She doesn't impact the game if she's playing badly. Yes, Caitlin Clark was given a turnover when Dantas passed the ball to the other team. Clark was bang. Caitlin looks fine. Caitlin looks fine. She just missed shots. She's just not play. She's not been in rhythm and she's missing shots. Like, if you're gonna play in 3-minute spurts, you're not gonna play well. Like, the Fever are not better off without Caitlin Clark. But if the Fever, it's one of those things. If the Fever are gonna keep, if the Fever insist on keeping Stephanie White as a coach, yeah. I agree. But if the Fever are willing to get rid of their coach, then you keep Caitlin. It's very clear. Caitlin, 4 turnovers in 10 minutes. Well, that's how you know you're not watching the game. She was given a turnover for, I shit you not. The ball went to Damiris Dantas, and Damiris Dantas tried to pass the ball to Grace Van Slooten, and she passed the ball directly to a Sparks player, while Caitlin is on the other side of the floor, nowhere near the play, and it was given as a Caitlin Clark turnover. So, she's easy to psych out. She's played 10 minutes. Like, let's be real. If she comes out with 4 points and 2 assists in the first quarter of a game, no one's questioning anything. No one's questioning anything if it's the first quarter. But those 10 minutes are spread over 3-minute spells. Caitlin Clark had 2 points, a rebound, and 2 assists in the first 2.5 minutes of the game was subbed out. Steph White in the locker room telling Caitlin to be more like Dantas. Damiris Dantas sucks. Like, she is the worst player in the league. She's not the worst player in the team. She's the worst player in the league. Nobody. Like, literally nobody. Fever's record in games. Oh, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. It might be 0 wins. Like, Christy Sides couldn't coach, but she knew she couldn't coach. Let's be very clear. Christy Sides knew she couldn't coach basketball. She didn't think that she was bigger in the program. She realized pretty quickly, like, okay, yeah, I'm out of my depth. What does Caitlin want to do? But yeah. Caitlin was subbed out in 3 minutes against Portland. I want to see is how many games has Caitlin Clark subbed out after 3 minutes? Like, Caitlin, do you know that 3 minutes at the start of the game was the longest spell Caitlin played in this game, right? Like, that was the longest spell Caitlin had been on the floor. It was 3 minutes. They're better with Clark on the bench. What's Caitlin's minus? I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. They're winning Caitlin's minutes by 1. Minutes she's always benched by 1. You think I have something under my nose? That's a beard. That's a weird color beard. And a bit of dry skin. But how many missed layups? A lot. Like, if they lose to this team, you just make a choice. You just make a choice. Neither of them are the wrong choice. This isn't a whole, like, it's just not going to work. What happened to Sanaya Rivers? She's got swatted. What happened to Sanaya Rivers? It didn't. It literally, it didn't look like anything happened. Caitlin lost her confidence. She had 19 points in 24 minutes the last time she played. She was on the floor. Like, what are we doing? BBALL Par 2027 first and second. Like, the Fever are going to be, like, the Sparks are going to be terrible. You know that, right? Like, if you want to send her to a big market, not be the Sparks. They suck. Send her to Golden State. I realize she stood in the back of her shoe more than stood in her ankle. Trading Caitlin Clark to the Sparks would be the worst thing to do for Caitlin. Like, they fixed the turnover, did they? Yeah, I think they took away a turnover still. So when was the last time Caitlin were turnovers and assists? Trade Caitlin to Connecticut. I mean, Connecticut might have a package that would be interesting. But yeah. Trade a pick for Dorka. You're not getting Dorka Uhas for a pick, and you can't afford Dorka Uhas. The Fever cannot afford Dorka Uhas. We need Demon Caitlin. Demon Caitlin's not going to be able to play in 3-minute spurts. Fever's letter to Engelbert. Fever did not write that letter. What happened to the Sparks they beat last time? I mean, they hammered the Sparks with Caitlin without Aaliyah Boston early in the year. With Kelsey Plum playing. Like, Fever tanking for Juju. No, the Fever are doing way too well to tank for Juju. The tank, which is annoying. Like, I genuinely would rather see, I'd rather see the Fever not make the playoffs. Like, the Fever could have had Awafam. If the Fever didn't shut it down when Caitlin was done for the year, they literally could have had Awafam. Yeah. Let us see what transpires after halftime. Hopefully something good happens. Because, like, not been ideal. Waive Caitlin Clark and sign Olivia Miles. Yeah, that Olivia Miles isn't a free agent until like 2032. Stephanie White has not lost his team. Jazzy Davidson's not going to be better than Juju Watkins. Jazzy Davidson was barely better than Galvin from Vanderbilt. Like, there's levels. That's a weak freshman class. Like Blanca and stuff. That's a weak freshman class. If Awa was in that freshman class, things might be a little bit different, but no. Someone said Caitlin was a pro golfer. Caitlin's nowhere near good enough to be a pro golfer. That's what people are like, oh, if Caitlin played soccer, she'd be on the US soccer team. And her own soccer coach said that they were like, we think she was a D1 prospect. And it's like, I don't think people understand, like, D1, yeah, really freaking good. But, like, the gap between D1 and making the US team is huge. It is huge. And my guess is that I'm assuming if you're good enough at 18 years old, you're playing in the MLS, in the NWSL. Or do you have to go through college for that as well? I mean, Celeste Taylor wasn't a bad pick. Celeste Taylor wasn't a bad pick. I wonder what they're going to do like with Caitlin's minutes in this half. It just looked bad on both ends of the floor today. Scored 16 points in the second quarter and gave up 27. You're half century old and Mick. 54. Did you say half century? 80? 79? Fair play. Fair play as a man who, by 30 years old, had a pulmonary embolism, severe enough lung scarring, lung damage, and yesterday found out that I probably have Crohn's disease. I'm definitely not making it until 8 to 80. Mick's definitely not making it to 80. Okay. And you can't even question Caitlin's defense today. Is that Erica Wheeler's dribbling on the spot? Good take, Caitlin. Like, it is a problem that Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell are now just going your turn, my turn, which is really bad. Like, that's really bad defense by Maisha. That's a foul. And then Caitlin complaining gives up a fucking 3. All right. Were the Fever up 10 in this game? Oh, Caitlin. Keep shooting it. Keep shooting it. Come on. Oh, Caitlin. Lexi, got to make that. Shoot the 3, please. Good shot, Lexi. Why is Kelsey Mitchell just standing in the corner? Doing nothing. She's not cutting. She's not doing anything. Why is she just playing decoy? Like... And that's 4 on MHA. Like... It's just carrying going, your turn, my turn. Like... Did they sub off Caitlin? Caitlin lasted a minute and a half, like under 2 minutes? They subbed her off in under 2 minutes? Like... Like, by the way, the Fever look garbage without Caitlin Clark. Or with Caitlin Clark and without Caitlin Clark here. Caitlin, is she hurt or is it just... Like, she didn't even get to the 8-minute mark in the third quarter. I've never seen that before. She didn't even get to the 8-minute mark. It's a good take by Lexi. The Fever should be winning on expected points. Oh my god. The underlying stats is the Fever winning this game. The Fever don't have a challenge. The Fever don't have a challenge because Steph White challenged something dumb. Oh my god. Good job by Kelsey Mitchell. Good shot. This is the fakest 16-point game. Lexi Hull is 12. Wow. Kelsey wide open. They just work better with Kelsey without Caitlin Clark on the floor. Like, as a team, they are constructed better when Caitlin Clark to play when Caitlin's off the floor. They are. Caitlin's good enough that Caitlin can absolutely outplay the system that doesn't suit her. Wait, is Caitlin leaving Caitlin's leaving the bench. Caitlin's just walked off. Caitlin's just gone to the locker room. Caitlin's just gone to the locker room. Why bench Caitlin? She's gone. She just walked off. Oh, Danda's in the game. Shit. Rode the bike. Wait, Sophie went with her. No, Sophie's there. I need to see. There was a timeout. So what happens here? What happens here? So as they're going on an attack, on an offense, Caitlin decides to... You can see this here. Caitlin just gets up. Mid defense. Gets up. Takes a look. Watches the play. And then just walks off. You see here, she just walks off. And Sophie's just kind of looking at her like, oh shit. Like Sophie's just looking at her like, oh shit. Yeah, Caitlin's down for the game. But like, she was sitting on the bench getting ready to go back in. I think she's as much as anything pissed. I don't think anyone's called Caitlin Clark the leader of this team. The Fever made sure as hell that she's not. The Fever don't trust her as a leader. Like, Caitlin wasn't holding her back. She wasn't holding her back. She was demoralized coming out of that game. And now she's back. She just looks, I don't know if it's an injury, she just looks demoralized. She does look absolutely demoralized. She at least came back anyway. She didn't get pulled. She didn't even make it 2.5 minutes. She got pulled in under 2. There was like 8:01 to go when she got pulled. Like, like 5 different spells on the floor. Like just over 2 minutes per time on the floor. Not something anyone can succeed in. Like, they keep just subbing her. She just keeps being subbed in, and then a minute later getting subbed out. Like, what's Dantas' minutes compared to her? Only 6. Shit, I thought she played more than that. Like, Ty Harris is the preferred point guard right now for Stephanie White. You can see that. Oh, she's not on the bench again, is she? Is she getting ready to sub in, or is she gone again? Oh, she's gone again. She came back during the timeout and she's gone again. Good pass by Raven to KK. Good pass by Raven. Is Caitlin on the bike, or is he just gone? Does anyone know? Has any just happened to be at the game? No, she's gone again. Yeah, it looks like Caitlin's not there. And if she's not there, it is what it is. She's not a bike, or she's on a bike in the tunnel. Aaliyah's just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I cannot stress this enough. As much as the Fever have been better without Caitlin on the floor today, they haven't been good without Caitlin on the floor today. They haven't been good without Caitlin on the floor. Like, they're still minus with Caitlin Clark on the bench. Mentally weak, she's played 5 different spells on the floor. She's total 12 minutes. I've never seen a player do that before. I have never seen a player in the first 3 quarters and a bit get like a rhythm player playing 1.5 and 2.5 minute spells. That's a big shot by Kelsey Mitchell. That's a big shot by Kelsey. Can someone say something about what's going on with Caitlin? She's just not there. She is just not there. Yeah, we knew the Fever Bigs were going to lose this battle. Oh, that looked clean. Good job, Raven, though. Yes, the Sparks have lost 3 games in a row, and all by 20 plus. Sorry, they lost to the Fever by 17. They've lost 3 games in a row by 15 plus. Did he say Ravens 0 of 6 from the field? No, she's fine. She's on the bike. This is a tactical sub by Stephanie White. Like, Caitlin's on the bike to stay warm. Caitlin, like... Caitlin's on the bike to stay warm. She just got benched. She's just getting benched. Good board, Raven. Oh, we're going to make Ray Burrell look like a fucking game changer, aren't we? Like, this is a tactical benching. Steph has chosen Ty Harris and Raven over Caitlin. And now Sunny are down by 14. Call a timeout! Oh, Dan has finally hit a shot. Oh, nope. No. She's gone back to the bench. She's gone back to the bench. She's gone back to the bench. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is by choice. Yeah, Caitlin was going back in and Steph was just said, yeah, no. No, I get it. It's like, we'll wait to put you on to start the fourth. There's a minute to go in the quarter. But she just chose to put on Sophie in that spell. What the fuck? I don't know. I just don't know. We got 500 people in here. We think we can get the 300 likes. If we think we can get the 300 likes for how crazy this one is. This whole situation is. Oh, Caitlin looks demoralized, by the way. She looks absolutely demoralized. Like, how about, getting benched while waiting to get subbed in? And like, after getting benched. Oh, good shot, Kelsey. Oh my god, Ray Burrell's cooking. Oh my god. Still give 24 points to them in that quarter. Wait, we have 34 points to them in that quarter. Holy shit. Shout out Kelsey Mitchell, I guess. She started off 3 of 10. She's 4 or 5 since then. They've all been bad. They've all been bad here. Steph White chose Ty Harris over Caitlin Clark. Like Caitlin got benched. Caitlin got benched a minute into the 2 minutes into the second quarter. Like, that's not good. That's not good. Is Ty Harris even a plus in the plus minus? Yeah, she's even. In her defense, she is even. Oh. This is not good. This is not good. This is the Kelsey Mitchell fever. I mean, I hate saying this. If it is the Kelsey Mitchell fever, they play function better with Ty Harris. Like, Kelsey Mitchell plays better with Ty Harris a point. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Like, if it's her team, you've okay, like I hate saying it, but it's factually correct. Kelsey Mitchell plays better with Ty Harris a point. Like, Caitlin has been subbed off in spells of 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and sent to the bench while being on the floor. Oh my god, what does Ray Burrell have? Wait, the Fever were up by 10. When were the Fever up by 10? Oh my god, they were up 10. They were up 25-15. They should be up based on expected points instead down 11. I assume Caitlin's back in the game. I assume starters go back into the game to start the fourth, yeah? So Ty Harris, Dantas. What the fuck is this lineup? What the fuck, man? Raven just passed the ball to Hamby. Shout out, Raven. Head up. Lexi's there. That's good. That's the right pass to throw. Unlucky. And that's not even close, Caitlin. This one's over. This one's done. This is like Caitlin takeover or GG's. Okay, Demon Dantas, I guess, maybe. Nope, Demon Dantas It's not a thing. Holy shit. Good pass, Caitlin. Mo, you got to catch the ball. Come on. I just said Caitlin missed another shot. That's what Kelsey Mitchell has to shoot 25. Wait, did they just sub Caitlin out? No. Just a heads up, by the way. When Kelsey checks in, she's checking in for Caitlin. Just a heads up. Like, Kelsey Mitchell is checking in for Caitlin. Which is why, they're not subbing off Ty Harris after a minute. It's about time. Good shot, Caitlin. Come on. It's about time. Good. Come on. Don't heat check it, Caitlin. Just go and play. Mo, catch the ball! You know what's Caitlin shooting like 4 of 11? 4 of 12. Ugh. Could be worse. The fuck happens here? Oh, she doesn't nearly airball the layup! Oh, Mo! Mo, what the fuck? She had a layup to make it a fucking 7-point game. And she fucking bricked it. Sophie can't do the shot and that's going out. Is Kelsey Mitchell just on the bench? Oh, that's game. That's game. I mean, Kaden doesn't have the confidence to take the ball up because her coach is saying she doesn't want her to take the ball up on pressure. Like, Stephanie White, when Caitlin's being pressured, does not want Caitlin taking the ball up the floor. That one's not on Caitlin. And Caitlin's going to play 15 minutes. Caitlin's going to play 15 minutes. Is Dantas going to play more minutes than Caitlin Clark today? Oh my God, she is. Like... Dantas fucking Ty Harris. Caitlin's longest period was 2.5 minutes, was 3 minutes. She drove her baseline, no help. Yeah, I mean, she got beat a bit too easily, but like there is no help defense. Like it's Caitlin's fault for getting burned. But that being said, like, it doesn't help the fact their team are shit. Oh no, Kelsey missed the layup. Mo, what is wrong with you? What the fuck is you missed you missed 3 shots from 3 feet and in, lads. Oh my god. "30 seconds after like Ty Harris came in. Like Steph planned to take CC out. CC out tactically. Like she wanted to end it with Ty over Caitlin. She wanted to close the game with Ty over Caitlin. So obviously when Kelsey comes back in, "9 seconds later for Caitlin." This is awful. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's wrong with Caitlin Clark, but there's no way they're playing 1 minute spurts. There is no world in which playing 1 minute spurts. Like, Caitlin's longest spell on the floor. Remember that getting subbed off today was 3 minutes. Like, what are we doing? Like, there's no way those rotations were good for her back. She's minus 16. She didn't even play 16 minutes. She did not even play 16 minutes. She did not even play 16 minutes. Like, she just kept being subbed on for a minute and taken off and then given the ball, like, I expect to do something. Like, she just kept getting played in like 2 minute spurts. Like, if she was going to play 16 minutes, play her like 6 minutes in the first, 4 minutes in the second, and like 6 minutes in the third. Not 3 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. What the fuck are we doing? You might as well play her tomorrow. You didn't let her get anything. Like, she's there constant. She spent more time on the bike than she did on the floor. Like, what? Like, is Steph White trying to justify keeping Dantas? This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is gonna have a fucking double-digit game. Dandis threw the ball straight to them again. Good take, Kelsey. In the expected points, the Fever should be winning here. Caitlin sucks today. Yeah, I think anyone would suck when they're playing in 2-minute spurts. But yeah. Oh my god. At least, you know, the Sparks haven't scored in 3 minutes, I guess. They might not give up 100 today. Oh my god. Like today was we're trying to fit Caitlin Clark into the system that has been working, which, as I've said, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like, Caitlin's not getting her look. She got a couple of good looks. She's coughing on the bench. Yeah, she's fine. She coughed. It happens. It happens. This looks good to Amber Cox. I mean, we let Ray Burrell look like a good basketball player. Like, I cannot stress that enough. We let Ray Burrell 22 points on us. Like, we let Nneka and Hamby look good. We let Ray Burrell put up 22. What are 3 of 10, 4 turnovers? What's 3 of 10, 4 turnovers? You mean 4 or 12? Oh my god. Like, why are they talking about Kelsey Mitchell? We're down 10. Oh, I'm looking at the Fever. I'm watching the Fever broadcast. Oh, I've been watching the Fever broadcast the whole time. I wish I was watching the USA Today one. Yes, I'm going to blame Stephanie for subbing around for 2 minutes and Caitlin's walked on and chucked. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They're talking about Kelsey Mitchell on USA Today as well, are they? Oh, I wonder if Steph's going to blame Caitlin for losing this game in the press conference, where she played literally 15 minutes. Oh my God. I mean, she did inherit a team that just made the finals. They did lose Bree Jones and John Quill. I'll give her that. And she had them tread water. I mean, I can't blame Kelsey Mitchell for this loss. She put up she has 27 points already. We're not blaming Kelsey Mitchell for this. But like, it's very, very clear that this is Kelsey Mitchell's team, and Caitlin Clark does not work. Caitlin Clark does not work with this version of Kelsey Mitchell. Like, this is Kelsey Mitchell's team. Like, this is Kelsey Mitchell's team and Caitlin Clark. Like, it's very clear. Like, it's very clear division of the coaching staff. Like, Caitlin Clark does not fit. Somebody does not fit in. Does not fit into an offense, like, as a player. Like, it is just Caitlin, Kelsey. Just, by the way, when Caitlin's on the floor, Kelsey doesn't shoot either. Let's be very clear about that. Like, you can't run a system. You can't run a system where, with, what you call it, with Caitlin and Kelsey. Kelsey Mitchell's much better with Taurasi on the floor. Like, people said I was crazy when I was like, they need to just get off Caitlin. The offense doesn't suit Caitlin. It doesn't suit Caitlin. They are no better without with or without Caitlin on the floor. And the problem is that they just seem to not be able to play defense when Caitlin Clark suits up. Like, even when Caitlin's sitting on the bench, they can't play defense here. They're going to give up 100. Why'd they lose tonight? They were really shit. They were really shit. Man, they were up 25-15. I thought they were going to walk this game. They were up 6 after 3 minutes and they're cruising. They were cruising. They went up 100 again. I mean, Dandis is double digits, I guess. Tyars is going to end up with like 23, 24 minutes. 25 minutes. Like, is Raven going to play more than Caitlin? No. You can run a system where they're both averaging 20. Yeah, but like, I don't think people understand, like, the Sacramento Kings 2013-2014 team had 3 dudes averaging 20 points per game, and they sucked. Isaiah Thomas, Rudy Gay, and DeMarcus Cousins all averaged 20, and they sucked. Back in an era where NBA teams were not dropping 100 like it was nothing. Back before the inflation era of the NBA. A lot of teams that have 3 people averaging 20 in the NBA sucked. I cannot stress enough. 2 people averaging 20 going your turn, my turn does not mean the team's good. Like, minutes restriction is not play 2-minute spurts. In fairness, Danda's had a good second half. Pretty meaningless, but she did have a 12-point second half. But yeah. Oh my god. At least Ariel Atkins finally scored, I guess. Oh yeah, Dandas. Give credit where credit's due. She still can't guard apart the car, but she's pretty good. Yeah, there was no reason for Caitlin Clark to play tonight. Caitlin Clark did not need to play tonight. They're gonna give fucking 40. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was the worst. That was the worst. Like, that made Portland look good. That was the worst I have seen. And I know you might be saying, oh, but like the Aaliyah Boston was gone. They beat this team. They were up 20 in the fourth quarter against this team with Kelsey Plum. With Kelsey Plum playing. And they were up 20 in the fourth quarter against this team without Aaliyah Boston earlier on in the year. I don't know what exactly Stephanie White was doing. I don't know what the Fever were doing. Like, the only player I'm not going to blame Lexi. I thought Lexi had a really good first half, pretty decent second half. Kelsey Mitchell shot the ball really well. We're not blaming Kelsey Mitchell, but like, what? Like, I get it. Sophie had back spasms. I get that. Like, I get that Sophie had back spasms, but like, how do we let Ray Burrell score 22? How do we let De'Erica Hamby and NECA combine for 45? And everyone being like, Dandas has 12 points. Yes, her matchups combined for 45 points. Sophie, back spasms. Ty Harris, I mean, I can't really blame Ty. I'm not going to blame Ty Harris. I thought Ty Harris was fine. Raven. Yeah, I just don't know. Just wasn't your night, I guess. It just wasn't your night, I guess. And like, I don't know how to evaluate Caitlin Clark tonight. Because objectively, she was terrible. Like, 9 points, 4 of 12, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. All 4 were live ball turnovers. Maybe one of them where KK just kind of chose not to catch the ball was a teammate's fault. 3 of them were her fault. She got 4 rebounds, I guess, in 15 minutes. And if you put that up to her normal minutes, it's 18 points, 6 assists, 8 boards. And it doesn't look too bad. But, like, I cannot stress this enough. Caitlin played 3 minutes at the start of the game, and she looked brilliant. The team looked brilliant. It was clicking on all cylinders. And they were up by 6 points. All was good. And then she checks out of the game after 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, she checks out of the game. And it's like, okay, cool. And then obviously we know how the team plays an entirely different style when Caitlin Clark is off the floor and on the floor. And then Caitlin comes back on, and the rest of the game, she just goes and plays hero ball. Like, she gets 2 assists, is doing everything within the offense, starting off really well. The team looks really good. And then for the other 11 and a half minutes, Caitlin Clark is on the floor. It's just hero ball. And I don't get it. But when Caitlin Clark's off the floor, it's Kelsey Mitchell hero ball. Like, I understand. I get a lot of things. I get the fact that this team plays 2 different styles. The problem is that Caitlin sometimes checks into this game and stops playing her game and tries to be like mini Kelsey Mitchell. She tries to do what Kelsey Mitchell does for the team, and she's not as good an isolation scorer as Kelsey Mitchell and doesn't look as good. Like, and she was also on weird lineups. Yeah, she played with the Van Slooten Dantas lineup. I'm like, what is going on? She played a decent chunk. Most of her plus minus was down to the Van Slooten lineup. And I don't even blame Van Slooten that much. Like, if you've got a young player who hasn't got much experience, you don't put her on the floor exclusively with Dantas and KK. And at least Dantas scored, I guess, today. At least Dantas scored. And yeah, obviously this team can't defend. Nobody on this team can defend. Like, and that's the one thing. Caitlin wasn't even on the floor long enough to complain about her defense today. She wasn't even on the floor long enough to complain about her defense. So I don't really want to hear that. And for anyone being like, oh, the turnovers lost them the game. Dude, she was only on the floor she was off the floor for 25 minutes. She was on the floor for 25 minutes. But like, can people stop saying that Lexi Hull's a defender? She just let Ray Burrell drop a career high on her head. She can't play defense anymore, or any more than anyone else can. She can't guard anyone either. Lexi cannot guard anyone either. Like she can't guard anyone. We got to stop pretending because Lexi Hull dives around and draws a few charges and gets a few rebounds that she can guard. She can't guard anybody. Mo Billings and Maisha Hines-Allen both played less minutes than Damiris Dantas. They both played less minutes than Dantas, and I get it, they weren't great. But, like, I'm sorry. Why? Like, even if Dantas giving you 12 points in 21 minutes, and she's still a negative on the floor, there's no point. There's no point. The team showed up with zero energy today. Zero. Like, zero energy. Raven, what about Raven? Raven was just bad. She's a rookie. You give her grace there. But like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Caitlin played the 7th most minutes on her team. She played the 7th most minutes. And if people want to say 16 turnovers, 18 assists, like, Caitlin was only responsible for 4 of them. It was also 12. But, yeah, like, I gotta be real here. This team's fucking dreadful. You know, the Fever were supposed to have won that game on expected points, apparently. Apparently, the algorithm says the Fever, based on how that game was played, should have won. But, like, you're up double digits, and then, I don't know. Like, you're up double digits, and I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, if you were playing terrible, the Sparks are just worse. Like, the Sparks are terrible. They're terrible. Like, they're actually terrible. We made the worst team in the WNBA look good. And you might be saying, oh, no, they're not the worst team. Yes, they are. They lost to Seattle by 20. Connecticut just beat the Lynx. Connecticut are one of those teams that are ethically tanking. Same with the Storm. As in a close game, they don't really try to win. Their coach doesn't really try to win, doesn't play their vets, goes young, but they're not a bad team. This team is just straight up bad. They're not good at shooting, the Sparks. They're not really good. They're terrible defensively. They don't play hard. We made them look good. We got out hustled by the Sparks. The Sparks, who gave up 236 points over a 2-game spell. Like, we gave up 106 points. The fucking Sparks. To the Sparks. Without Kelsey Plum. Whatever about the Sparks normally. Without Kelsey Plum. And the problem is, this current offense does not allow Caitlin Clark to be a playmaker because Caitlin Clark is an ISO scorer. She becomes an ISO scorer. The Indiana Fever are one game off breaking the record for the most games with 100 points conceded in a season. They have 23 games to go. They have 23 games left and they're about to tie the all-time record. What the actual fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? This is a defensive coach. This is the defensive coach. How is a defensive coach creating one of the worst defensive teams in the history of the sport? And the worst part is the Storm might be the worst defensive team in the history of the sport. And the Fever are still conceding more points than them. The Fever still concede more points than this team. This is embarrassing. It is hilariously embarrassing. This is one of those games I don't really care because it's like, it is so bad it's funny. I'm not even angry. This is so bad it's funny. It's so bad it's funny. But we have to be very, 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 very clear. This team cannot function with Caitlin Clark on the floor and Stephanie White as the head coach. Caitlin Clark was benched. And Fever just got blown out by one of the worst teams in the league. And she got, by the way, she spent more time on the bikes than she did on the floor. And by the way, if Caitlin Clark is only healthy to play, she got subbed off twice in less than 90 seconds. And then got subbed back on. You don't sub somebody on and off in 90 seconds for injury reasons. For people like Caitlin was bad before she got benched. She was +6. Then she comes on, plays 90 seconds. They hit a couple of threes. And then she comes back on and she's by herself, cold, with the Dantas Van Slooten lineup. So yeah, there's logic to the plus minus. She's cold. Sophie's injured. She was on the floor with a Dantas, Raven Johnson, who was terrible today, an injured Sophie, and Van Slooten. There's logic to the plus, not logic to the plus minus. There's justifications for the plus minus. But there is no way in hell for people being thank you for the $5, Han Olivia Miles the MVP. I mean, you're probably not wrong. It's one of those things with Caitlin where it's whatever. She got subbed after 3 minutes to start the game. Okay, whatever. 3-minute spells are annoying. That was her longest spell on the floor. That was her longest spell on the floor today, was the 3 minutes she started the game. And she was +6. Caitlin Clark was -22. They were -22 with Caitlin Clark on the floor in her remaining 12 minutes. Or remaining 11 and a half minutes. That's bad. And the worst part is that, it's not the what. You can basically say, oh, this is why the Fever were bad, Caitlin Clark bad, and the offense, The offense, when Caitlin Clark is going off, the Indiana Fever play free. They don't really run anything. When the Fever try to do what Stephanie White wants them to do, which, by the way, is every single part of the offense when Caitlin Clark's not on the floor, no matter what happens, every single part of it, is we are getting the ball back to Kelsey Mitchell. Their whole goal is we're getting it back to Kelsey. If you have the ball, your job is to pass the ball to Kelsey. And then Caitlin Clark, by the way, when she comes back on the floor, Kelsey became a decoy. Kelsey just became a decoy. And Caitlin just started going ISO ball. Caitlin shot the ball 12 times in 14 minutes. In 14 and a half minutes today. It is the most Caitlin I've ever seen Caitlin shoot the ball. Caitlin's turnovers are her just trying to force anything because no one's moving and everyone's just kind of standing there. And this current roster, this current game plan, you need one of Caitlin Clark or Kelsey Mitchell. It doesn't work with both of them. It doesn't work with both. You either choose Ty Harris and Kelsey Mitchell as your starting backcourt, or Raven Johnson and Caitlin Clark. There's enough of a sample size to know. I don't care how many points. I don't care if you show me Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell's ESPN pages and say, look, they're both averaging career highs. This clearly works. No, it doesn't. They are going your turn, my turn. Both of their impacts on the game is exclusively how many points they score and what percentage they shoot. Caitlin Clark does not impact the game more than makes or misses. She has a lot of assists because she has the ball in her hands a lot. She does not impact the totality of the game anymore. She does not control the pace of the game. She does not control the tempo of the game anymore, which is what she did. You cannot have two players on your team. For people saying at least Kelsey Mitchell can score, before today, there was a half a point difference in their points per game. A half a point difference. Let's be very clear. They're scoring at the same rate. Caitlin just came back from injury today. You cannot run a system with two gunners as your main threats. And the problem is that they're both, I'm not saying they're both undersized, but Caitlin's slim and not particularly strong. So they both play like undersized guards. Caitlin needs a bit of length to be an off-the-ball player, but you need a 6'3" WNBA point guard in between them. If you want to play Caitlin Clark like you're currently playing Caitlin Clark, you need a fucking Alyssa Thomas or something. Alyssa Thomas out there to be the guard bigs and be the point guard and spread it. But it's you've now turned Caitlin Clark into a volume shooter and trying to constantly shoot her way into rhythm because she doesn't play long enough spurts to get rhythm naturally. And you might be saying, oh, she was on a minutes restriction. If there is no way in hell. Caitlin got subbed off twice within 90 seconds. She got subbed off twice within 90 seconds. If she's not capable of playing 90 seconds, she's not capable of playing. We need to be honest here. If she is not capable of playing more than 90 seconds, she is not capable of playing, especially because as soon as she gets subbed off, she goes straight to the bike. This was clearly a tactical thing. Stephanie White, yes, Caitlin's on a minutes restriction. But if Stephanie White really wanted to, Caitlin Clark plays 24-25 minutes. She plays 24-25. You give her a few minutes more than the minutes restriction if you really wanted to. She gave her 15 minutes. She started her... this is how bad it got. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, Caitlin Clark is standing at the scorer's table ready to sub in. She got kind of sick of subbing off Caitlin Clark after 2 and 3 minute spurts. Then she subbed off Caitlin before she even got on the floor. She sent Caitlin to get subbed on and then goes, nah, go sit in the bench. And then subs Caitlin on to start the fourth quarter. 30 seconds into the fourth quarter, she subs off Raven Johnson for Ty Harris. What does that mean? We all know Kelsey Mitchell's coming on the next 90 seconds. It means Kelsey Mitchell's coming in for Caitlin Clark. It means Kelsey's coming in for Caitlin. She subbed on Caitlin to start the fourth quarter, and 30 seconds into the fourth quarter, made a decision she was subbing off Caitlin within the next 90 seconds. This was, as much as Caitlin was on a minutes restriction, this was a tactical thing. And I'm not saying that, Caitlin Clark being on the floor more would have won the Indiana Fever the game. I don't know if she shoots her way into rhythm. I really don't. She did hit a 3 in the fourth quarter. I don't know if she shoots her way into rhythm. She probably doesn't. She wasn't playing well. It was probably too late for her to get her rhythm. But what was the point of playing her? What was the point of playing her? I don't get it. I really don't get it. What was the point of playing Caitlin Clark today? If you were going to play her 15 minutes. And I'm going to be real. Stephanie White realized, not even early in the game, because Caitlin Clark's first 3-minute spell was really good. Caitlin Clark started really well. And if you guys didn't notice anything, it is not uncommon. Have you not noticed how bad Caitlin Clark plays in games where she's subbed off after 3 minutes? Just want to say that. This is not the first time Caitlin's been subbed after 3 minutes and then struggled the rest of the game because she's never been allowed to get a rhythm. It's not the first time that has happened with Caitlin Clark. It's not. It's not the first time that's happened. And there is no way that when it comes to Caitlin Clark, that this was the minutes restriction she was expecting. She looked demoralized. If Caitlin comes into the game knowing the minutes restriction, knowing she's playing 3 minutes, she's not coming off looking. And by the way, first 2 times she was on the floor, she wasn't that bad. She was really good to start the game, and it wasn't that bad in her second spell. She had 2 points and a turnover. It was whatever. But she comes off after the second time of being subbed off after 90 seconds and looks demoralized. If she was injured, she's not going back in for 3 more spells of 2.5 minutes or less. She's not going in for 3 more spells of 2.5 of tiny minutes if she's injured and constantly going to the bike getting ready to play. Every single time she got subbed off, she looked more demoralized. There is no way that she keeps coming on for 90 seconds if she's injured. Because from everything we've seen, if Caitlin Clark does not feel 1,000%, she's not going onto the floor. If she doesn't think she's able to play, she's sitting out and the Fever are going to sit her out. Realistically, if that ends up happening, that's what they're going to do. Stephanie White did not want Caitlin Clark on the floor today. Let's be honest. Stephanie White almost certainly would rather have Ty Harris than Caitlin Clark. And you know what? I don't necessarily care. As a coach, you are allowed to make whatever decisions you want. And anyone who has ever coached basketball, if you've ever coached at any level, if you have ever, we can say this as fans, we can point out how ridiculous it is as fans, but if you have ever coached basketball at any level, and anyone who's ever coached will tell you this. We'll tell you this. That as a coach, you prefer the not as talented players that do exactly what you say versus the supremely talented players that do whatever they want. It is not a surprise. It is not a surprise that Stephanie White probably prefers Ty Harris to Caitlin Clark. Because all control freak coaches do. And again, that's not saying Stephanie White is a bad coach. She is a control freak coach. It is her way or the highway. She has a system. You run her system. And in her defense, teams hit a baseline level of success. You're never going to win a title in her system, but you're never going to be bad in her system. That is the way. She is the Sean Dyche of basketball coaches. It is her way or the highway. And that's fine. That is fine. Caitlin played defense, turned the ball over. Caitlin, what did Caitlin do wrong in defense today? What did Caitlin do wrong in defense today? Like we got to be honest. Stephanie White clearly prefers how the team plays when Caitlin Clark is off the floor. You can tell by the way she talks about this team. You can tell by the way she talks at the end of games. You can tell by her post-game press conferences in games where Caitlin Clark doesn't play. She prefers how this team plays without Caitlin Clark. Like, she can deny it all she wants. We can all make observations. It is almost certain that she prefers how this team plays without Caitlin Clark. And that's fine. That is fine. She is a basketball coach. Basketball coaches are allowed have whatever opinions they want. We can say they're dumb. I can make the argument that it's a dumb take to have. We're all allowed to do that. We're all allowed to have opinions. We're all allowed to criticize opinions. But at this stage, it's unfair to everybody involved to try keep Caitlin Clark on this team. Like, it's unfair to everybody involved. It's unfair to Caitlin. And I'm not saying it's unfair to Caitlin the human. I don't know. Caitlin could love these people as humans. It's unfair to Caitlin the basketball player. And at the end of the day, I don't know Caitlin Clark. I'm not going to speak for Caitlin Clark the human being. I'm only going to talk about the basketball because that's all I know about. It is unfair to Caitlin. It is unfair to Stephanie White. It is unfair to the Indiana Fever organization. It is unfair to Kelsey Mitchell. It's unfair to Ty Harris, who's doing exactly what she's being asked to do. And in the current system, you can make an argument the team functions better with her. And when Caitlin's playing big minutes, she's going to play no minutes. Why take the job? Everybody was promised something different. Let's be very clear. Let's be very, very clear. DeWanna Bonner was promised it was her team. Natasha Howard was promised it was her team. Stephanie White was probably promised you can do whatever you want with Caitlin. Everybody was given false promises. Everyone was for this Indiana Fever team. Steph thought she could mold Caitlin to something she isn't. Steph thought she could mold Caitlin, and I'm going to be real. It is, depending on who the coach is, it's either a flaw or one of the best things about Caitlin is that no matter what you put up against her, she can always play her game. The problem is she's not adaptable. Like, it is what it is. She's not adaptable. She can't adapt into a system, but she is a system that's nearly impossible to stop. Because there's no way to stop it. Because to stop it, you leave something else vulnerable. Like, you can't stop Caitlin Clark. You can't stop the Caitlin Clark system. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity because like all they needed was a coach to see what happened in 2024 and try to build on from that. But instead they tore it all down. Tried to rebuild a new team that was never going to win. The team that no longer fits Caitlin Clark. And I'm going to be very clear. If the way Stephanie White wants to play, there's no point in having Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's a luxury that there's no point in having. Like, you already have your system. You already have your go-to scorer. You don't need playmakers because you play iso ball. Like, you don't need a playmaker. In Stephanie White's system, you don't need a playmaker. Which is crazy because you're going to go iso ball and post up. You don't need a playmaker. You don't need Caitlin. Caitlin Clark is a luxury that can be, like, in this current system, Caitlin Clark is a luxury player that when she's going off can make you unstoppable, but when she's having a bad game is a net negative to your system. Because she has to play so well that her going out of the system is not a net negative on your team. And if Caitlin's even playing average, she's a negative to this team, currently as constructed. This is not a knock on Caitlin. This is not a knock on Stephanie White. This is a basketball statement because this has happened in so many teams. There's been so many elite players that just have not fit. Trading Caitlin for this Indiana Fever team is addition by subtraction. It just is. Unless, of course, You want to get rid of Stephanie White. You want to get rid of everything, and you want to tear it all down again and restart. But suddenly then you go back to 2024, where you have to restart from the ground up. And the Fever aren't going to be good next year no matter what. No matter what the Fever do, they're not going to be good next year if they decide to tear it all down and rebuild with Caitlin Clark. The Fever need to ask themselves a question. Do they want to be do they want to be in semi-contention for the next 5 years? Or do they want to tear it down and take 2 to 3 more years to rebuild, possibly going into the lottery again, to maybe eventually build a team that Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston can carry? They have to make that choice. And you want to say, oh, they can't go into the lottery. I'm sorry, like Sue Bird went into the lottery. Taurasi went into the lottery. That's how she got Brittany Griner and how she won her 3rd title. Taurasi in her peak got the number 1 pick. The Lynx, before their dynasty, ended up with the number 1 overall pick. Like, a lot of these quote-unquote tippity top teams have had number 1 picks. These top great players have had number 1 picks. The Fever probably have to dip into the lottery to fix what they've done, unless they trade Caitlin Clark. Because the Fever can thread water and be a 6 seed for the next 5 years, no matter what they do. They can be a 6 seed. If the Fever let Kelsey Mitchell and Sophie Cunningham walk and replace them with minimum contract players to keep Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and keep Stephanie White as a coach, you can thread water as a 6 seed. You can. You can thread water as a 6 seed. You're not gonna sell that many tickets, but you can thread water as a 6 seed. Or you can trade Caitlin Clark, get whatever assets it is, get more first round picks, and get a whole haul of first round picks, be set up in a pretty good way that maybe you can compete this year. And then in 2 to 3 years' time, you're not fucked. You've got your assets, you've got your high first round picks, you've got your young players to build around Kelsey and Aaliyah Boston, and maybe you get into the 3rd, 4th seed with Stephanie White, which you can do. You're not going to win a title, but you're going to be semi-competitive. Like, if they don't trade Caitlin Clark, I think they're perpetual first-round exits, because Caitlin Clark does not raise the ceiling of this team, nor does she raise the floor of this team. She is a luxury. She is the... I don't even know how to describe this. Like, she's like if you got a whole... she's a luxury. She is a luxury because when she's not playing well, it takes away from Kelsey Mitchell, her touches and her shots. And also, she doesn't play defense, or she's not a good defender. Like, even if you want to say average, she's average. But like, you can't have 2 average to below averages. Like, she's like, she's basically like, she was once the engine to the team. But Kelsey Mitchell's the engine to the way this team plays right now. Caitlin Clark is like putting one of those like loud, you know, those idiots that put the like really loud exhaust pipes on a car. That's like what Caitlin Clark is to this team. Like, I got to be very clear. Like, this team is better with Caitlin Clark, but like 1% better with Caitlin Clark. And it's only better with Caitlin Clark because I think Caitlin Clark's second best player in the world. I think Caitlin Clark is so good that the fact that she is literally, when she is on the floor, everything else that Stephanie White wants the team to do goes to shit. I think she's so good as an individual that everything else going to shit is worth it because of how good Caitlin Clark is over the course of a season. But Caitlin Clark is not worth her trade value to the Fever. She is not worth 4 young assets, whether it be 3 firsts and a player or 2 players and 2 firsts. She's not. She's not worth not being able to get off a Lexi Hull contract. She is not worth her contract to the Indiana Fever on the court. As long as Stephanie White is the coach, she is just there. She's just there. We got to be very clear. She's just there. Like, what nationality am I? Doesn't matter what nationality am I. I'm probably better. I probably played at a higher level than you ever did. Like, I've already played and coached at a higher level than you ever did. Like, what are we talking about? What are we fucking talking about here? She played alone. She didn't play alone. She had Kelsey playing off her. She had Aaliyah playing off her. They don't play off her. Her playmaking is pointless in this system. I mean, I've got to be real here. When you're averaging 12 assists a game, those turnovers don't matter. When you've had one game in a season over 10 assists, yeah, they matter. When your playmaking is a net positive, those turnovers don't matter. When your playmaking is irrelevant to an outcome of a game, those turnovers matter. Like, Caitlin Clark does a lot of good and she does a bit of bad. Like, Paige has been arguably the most clutch player in the league this year. Really has. No, I literally, in the rant, I said, I think Caitlin Clark's the third best player or second best player in the world. What are we doing? It's like putting Steve Nash on the 04 Pistons and then being shocked when Chauncey Billups is better than him. They play better with Chauncey Billups. Like, we got to be real here. Greatest score in NCAA history. What does that have to do with anything? This system works better with Kelsey Mitchell and a point guard that's just going to pass the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. Like, it works better like that. You don't have to be a genius to see that. Clark just isn't as good. Like, she's a system. She's not a system player. Like, we have to be very clear. It's like as I've said, it's like putting Steve Nash. It's like putting Kobe Bryant in 7 seconds or less, which didn't work, and the fucking Lakers nearly didn't make the playoffs. It's like putting Steve Nash again on the 04 Pistons and being shocked that Chauncey Billups is better. That's basically it. I stand by that. It is like, that is the best analogy I can give. It's like putting Steve Nash on the 04 Pistons and being shocked that Chauncey Billups was better than him. It's like when the Pistons traded Allen Iverson coming off a 28 point per game season for Chauncey Billups and immediately didn't make the playoffs. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit, and it's never going to work. It's never going to work. Like, I need people to stop pretending that this is not some uncommon situation. I need people to stop pretending that this is something that we've never seen in basketball before. I need people to stop pretending that two ball dominant superstars not fitting together in an iso ball system is something new. I want people to stop pretending that even when those two ball dominant superstars are putting up really good individual stats, like Carmelo and Steve Nash, or sorry, not Carmelo and Allen Iverson, that replacing Iverson who averaged 28 points per game with a Chauncey Billups who was 4 years past his prime suddenly made the team much better. And again, I'm not saying Caitlin's Iverson. Caitlin's way better than Iverson was at that stage in her career. Like, we can be real. Caitlin Clark going somewhere new. There's going to be 14 teams in the WNBA that are going to want Caitlin Clark. Depending on how many are going to be able to give up enough for Caitlin Clark. I don't know. But, like, there are 14 different teams that will put in an offer for Caitlin Clark. There is a system that the Fever are playing right now that does not, as I said a couple of days ago, the Indiana Fever cannot just sub Caitlin Clark into the Stephanie White system and expect it to work. They can't just do that and expect it to work. I said it on fucking Sunday. That if you sub Caitlin Clark into the way that they played on Sunday, they wouldn't be as good. There has been no adaptation from Stephanie White to try to adapt the way she plays around Caitlin Clark, to try to figure out a way to make Caitlin Clark succeed and not turn which isn't turning Caitlin Clark into a shooting guard and hoping that Caitlin Clark's hitting some shots coming off pin downs and screens. Stephanie White does not know how to coach a point guard led team, because that's not who she was. When she was in the WNBA, she was the plate setter point guard. Like, her job was, get the ball to the bigs. The WNBA has survived in prehistoric basketball, and Stephanie White looks at basketball through that lens. She's a control freak coach. She's a coach that is reactive, not proactive. And you've got a player who doesn't like being reactive and plays off instinct. You've got a coach who thinks through every individual possession like it's a chess match. Every single possession, every single thing, every single move that Stephanie White makes is calculated. Every move she wants her team to make is calculated. I said Caitlin Clark's better than 2008 Allen Iverson. Every move that Stephanie White wants to make is calculated. It's the reason why she hates turnovers. It's the reason why she hates early shots. It's the reason why she hates certain things, because in her eyes, every single possession given up is she's lost that move. Whereas you've got Caitlin Clark, who plays off instinct, who doesn't care if she turns the ball over because she's confident that the next time she's going to make that pass. But she's got a coach who, when she turns the ball over, instead of giving her the confidence to make that extra pass, her coach, because she's turned it over once, doesn't want her to make that pass, wants to take the ball out of her hands because she's scared of... Stephanie White is scared of Caitlin Clark turning the ball over a second time. Caitlin Clark, her natural instinct is, I don't care about turning it over again because I know I'm going to make the next pass. I know I'm going to make the next shot. Stephanie White clearly wants Caitlin to be one of these players to be more passive when she's making mistakes, whereas Caitlin's at her best when she never loses her aggression. It doesn't, we got to stop pretending that this is some sort of conspiracy. We've got to stop pretending that this is some sort of thing that we've never seen in basketball before. We have to stop pretending that this hasn't happened a million times. That sometimes the way teams play, a new coach comes in, they play a certain style, and it doesn't, it basically doesn't work out. And it's fine. It's fine. Both Caitlin and Kelsey have shown this season that as individual players, they are the best they've ever been. If you're watching what Caitlin's been doing this year, she is by a mile the best she's ever been. She is by a mile the best she's ever been. But at the same time, she's had to be the best she's ever been to not look like a complete negative for this team. Because the system is just not right. And that's fine. That's fine. The Indiana Fever, based on all of their personnel decisions, you would have thought over the summer that, that they chose Caitlin Clark over Kelsey because of the Kelsey short-term deal. And to be completely real, I do think the front office chose Caitlin Clark over Kelsey Mitchell. Stephanie White has chose Kelsey Mitchell over Caitlin Clark. And you know what? Kelsey Mitchell runs what Stephanie White wants to run better than Caitlin Clark. That's an okay statement to make. That's an okay statement to make. In this scenario, Caitlin's probably not a coach killer. The coach is the Caitlin killer. The coach has basically rendered Caitlin Clark useless. Or pointless to the success of a team. Irrelevant to the success of the team. And that happens. I hate that this has to be some conversation about whether a coach is sabotaging Caitlin. No. The coach has her system. The same system she ran in Connecticut. She has a system she wants to run. and a system that works best when her team and the other team are scoring in the 70s or the low 80s. That is when the Fever are at their best. When you have Caitlin Clark on your team, you're not going to concede in the 70s. So you have to play more up-tempo. You have to try score more points. Stephanie White's system works best in a slow-down, gritty game. And you can't play a slow-down, gritty game with Caitlin Clark on your team. You just can't. Like, the Fever made bad decisions, in my opinion, in the 2025 offseason. Late in 2024, 2025. They made enough bad decisions that they probably, they can't really undo them. And nor should they want to undo them. Nor should they want to. I'm going to be real. Nor should they want to. Like, it's too hard for them to build around Caitlin Clark from here. Like, it would take firing everybody and restarting everything. Like, it's basketball. We have seen some of the all-time greatest players be in situations where it doesn't fit. And that's fine. We have seen Kobe even playing before he tore his Achilles. Kobe was in a situation with Mike D'Antoni where it didn't fit. And I understand that Kobe Bryant that season willed them to the playoffs because of his individual greatness. But it didn't fit. It just didn't fit. And this is Kobe still at the tail end of his prime. We've seen a Russell Westbrook go to LA where Russell Westbrook was, again, coming off a season averaging a triple-double for Washington and carried that team to the playoffs and then be so bad they were trying to buy him out. And Caitlin's obviously better than Russell Westbrook was at that stage of his career. I'm trying to think of other scenarios, but it's not an uncommon thing in the NBA to see a superstar player be in a situation where it doesn't fit. And when that happens, you just move on. You move on. You trade one of them. Heck, fuck it. Like, Jaylen Brown just got traded. Jaylen Brown's made a finals MVP. Shit, he just got traded. The Memphis Grizzlies decided, look, we can't build around Ja. We're going to basically salary dump Ja, who's the only reason anyone bought tickets for their games. I'm telling you, Memphis Grizzlies made more money from are making more money from Ja Morant than the Fever made from Caitlin Clark. But it's one of those things where it's like, it happens. It's basketball. And I don't get why everybody's making this some sort of conspiracy. Because sometimes it's the right time for a team and a player to move on. And this feels like the right time. Whether it's at the end of the year or not. It feels this organization is not equipped to deal with Caitlin Clark as a basketball player or as with the mad truth about it. Someone said, truth is, if Caitlin Clark buys into Steph's system and plays defense, she could do 16 and 8 every night and still be the best guy in the league. No, she couldn't. No, she couldn't. If Caitlin Clark, I don't think people understand. Buying into Steph White's system means being Ty Harris. Means being Ty Harris. Like, that is what Steph White wants us out of a point guard. She's not good enough on defense. She's not good enough on defense to be a positive for a team as a lateral passing, side-to-side connective piece point guard, which is what Steph White wants. She's not good enough on defense. And not only that, she could still be a positive to the team. She's not good enough on defense to be worth the king's ransom you get for her in a trade. She's not good enough on defense to be worth the trade package. But, yeah, thank you for the $5. How good with CCB and Shara Reeves offense? With the links, we better Olivia Moss again. The links, we better with Caitlin Clark. Not by much, but the links, we better with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark would be better with Shara Reeves than Olivia, or would Shara, like in Shara Reeves' system, Caitlin Clark would be probably the MVP. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave there. I'll see you guys.